Bridges are supposed to be safe passages, but some are so terrifying that even the bravest of souls would have second thoughts about crossing them. These spine-chilling structures challenge the limits of human endurance. With dizzying heights, narrow paths, and brutal weather conditions. From Vietnam's glass bridge to Japan's roller coaster bridge, the world is full of these death-defying feats of engineering that will make your heart race and your palms sweat. Brace yourself for the top 20 of the most frightening bridges you should never cross. Number 20. Glass Bridge, Vietnam. Welcome to the Bac Long Bridge in Vietnam, the king of all glass-bottomed bridges. It opened its doors in April 2022, about 200 kilometers away from Hanoi in the Moc Chau tourist area. This bad boy is made up of 3 layers of 40 millimeters of tempered glass, so strong that a sport utility vehicle got the privilege of driving over it just to prove how tough it is. With a width of 2.5 meters and a length of 633 meters, it's like a catwalk on steroids. On top of that, can you believe that it can handle up to 450 people at a time? But let's be real. Not everyone's got the guts to brave this thing. Some folks get dizzy or scared when they glance down at the mighty 150-meter drop. Can't blame them. And did we mention it was named the world's longest bridge by the Guinness World Record? But hey, this bridge isn't just a thrilling attraction. It's a symbol of Vietnam's determination to revive its tourism industry after the pandemic. They've got not 1 but 3 glass bridges now. One even has colossal stone helping hands holding it up in the Ba Na Hills area. So, if you're feeling adventurous, head to the Bac Long Bridge in Vietnam. Just remember, for the love of all that's good, try not to look down. Number 19. Seadoo River Bridge. If heights give you the heebie-jeebies, it's time to steer clear of the Seadoo River Bridge in China, the reigning champ of sky-high suspension bridges. We're talking about a mind-boggling height of over 1,500 feet above the valley floor. This bridge has an eerie feel to it, as if screaming for trouble. As you look at it, this bridge will turn your knuckles whiter than a ghost at a Casper convention. This bridge stretches 1,222 meters across the Seadoo River, a fancy tributary of the Yangtze River. It's like a never-ending runway for adrenaline junkies, located near Yasangwan in the Hubei province. The Seadoo River Bridge is all about breaking barriers, literally and figuratively. The bridge was born in the year 2009 as part of a fancy highway connecting Shanghai and Chongqing, 2 of China's megacities. And hold on to your calculators. It cost a jaw-dropping 720 million yuan, approximately 100 million US dollars. Now, get this. The bridge has 2 towers shaped like giant H's, ready to flex their architectural muscles. But the real star of the show is the truss-stiffened main span, supported by a staggering 127 parallel wire strands bundled into a hexagonal shape. And boy, can it handle a crowd. We're talking up to 10,000 people at a time. And let's not forget the mountains of steel and concrete holding it all together. We'd say it's pretty safe unless Godzilla decides to take a joyride. So if you ever plan to swing by Seadoo River Bridge, don't forget your courage, a sturdy pair of pants, and maybe a parachute, just in case. Number 18. Gandaki Golden Bridge. Have you ever heard of the Gandaki Golden Bridge? Well, it's not just any ordinary bridge. It's one that makes you stop in your tracks and rethink your life choices. Imagine standing 122 meters above the rushing Kaligandaki River in Nepal on a suspended footbridge that stretches a mind-blowing 567 meters. That's what it feels like to be on it. This magnificent bridge connects the Kuzma municipality of Parbat district with Baglung municipality 1 Bangachur. It can handle a weight of 85 metric tons and accommodate a staggering 612 fearless individuals at the same time. Are you brave enough to step onto this metal marvel? Construction of this extraordinary bridge began in Chaitra 2075 BS, with an ambitious plan to finish by Asar 2077 BS, which is their calendar in case you were wondering. But guess what? They didn't just meet the deadline, they beat it. The bridge was completed 3 months ahead of schedule in July 2020. Not only does it drastically reduce the travel time between Parbat and Baglung from a tiresome hour to an exhilarating 10 minutes, but it also serves as a beacon for thrill seekers and adventure enthusiasts. So if you're ready to channel your inner Lara Croft or James Bond, then it's time to conquer the Gandaki Golden Bridge. Number 17. Nadeem River Pontoon Bridge. Now, we're going to dive into the spine-tingling world of the Nadeem River Pontoon Bridge in good old Siberia, Russia. It is a floating bridge that dares to cross the treacherous Nadeem River, right smack at the Arctic Circle. It's like stepping into a horror flick where the icy waters and floating pontoons create a deadly playground. Now, don't get too excited, because this bridge is strictly a summer fling. When that river thaws, it turns into a soggy mess that'll make you wish you were back in the freezing depths of winter. The bridge itself is a wobbly concoction of metal pontoons and rickety wooden planks. And just when you thought things couldn't get scarier, imagine driving across it as it sways and shakes with every passing vehicle. It's like playing Russian roulette with your nerves. Oh, did we mention the water? Yep, parts of the bridge are submerged in over a foot of it. Rain or storms only crank up the terror, making you question your car's ability to float and your swimming skills. But hey, there's a silver lining in this terrifying tale. The bridge does cut down travel time between Yamalo-Nenets and Khanty-Mansiysk, two regions rich in oil and gas. Plus, it's become a hotspot for thrill-seeking tourists who crave the danger and excitement of crossing the longest pontoon bridge in all of Russia. Number 16. East Taehyung Glass Walk Bridge. As if built to be a stairway to terror, the East Taehyung Glass Walk Bridge hangs on the side of a mountain, a whopping 3,800 feet high. Now, this isn't your regular glass bridge. Oh no, this one takes the fear factor to a whole new level. Brace yourselves for the most diabolical prank ever devised. It cracks as you step on it. That's right, as you innocently stroll across, infrared sensors trigger a heart-stopping illusion of the glass shattering beneath your trembling feet. This spine-chilling masterpiece opened its doors to the public in the year 2017, welcoming up to 2,000 brave souls at a time. And to protect the fragile glass, they've got special shoe gloves on the menu. Oh, and let's not forget the drama that unfolded. In the year 2017, the bridge operators had to issue a big ol' apology because they thought the cracks were just a fun little effect, but they refused to change the panels. Did that sorry even mean anything? In the year 2019, the bridge and 31 other glass bridges in Hebei province got shut down for safety inspections. They claimed it was to meet national standards and regulations. But we all know the truth. They needed a break from all the terror and screams echoing through the mountains. Number 15. Langkawi Sky Bridge. It's time for a mind-bending journey to the Langkawi Sky Bridge in Malaysia. This bridge is suspended in the sky, a 120-meter curved pedestrian bridge that's suspended high up in the sky. It's so high up, you'll need a pair of binoculars just to spot the birds flying below. Located on Langkawi Island, this bridge is perched atop Machinchang Mountain, giving you panoramic views of a lifetime. This engineering marvel has not one, but two identical curving sections connected by towering towers that reach a whopping 107 meters high. This bridge itself is over 3,000 feet high. It's like walking on a tightrope between heaven and earth, and the cables holding it all together are thinner than dental floss. Don't worry, they're totally sturdy. Probably. And get this, the bridge can handle winds of up to 300 kilometers per hour, and it can accommodate up to 800 people at one time. The Langkawi Sky Bridge has become a pilgrimage for tourists seeking mind-blowing views and a taste of Malaysian culture. So, if you're seeking an adrenaline rush that'll make your heart pound like a jackhammer, the Langkawi Sky Bridge is your ticket to excitement. Number 14. Tappan Zee Bridge. Tappan Zee Bridge is a real-life horror show that'll make even Freddy Krueger break into a cold sweat. Played out over the Hudson River in New York, this bridge had it all. Drama, chaos, and enough accidents to make even the most fearless drivers second-guess their GPS. Let's start with the old bridge, a cantilever nightmare that stood tall from the years 1955 to 2017. It carried the weight of not just traffic, but also a boatload of structural problems. There were planes crashing into the river, tanker trucks exploding, and barges causing fiery infernos. And let's not forget the crane collapsing onto the bridge like a giant monster wreaking havoc. More than 30 people have been rumored to have lost their lives on the bridge as well. But fear not, for a new bridge emerged from the ashes, officially dubbed the Governor Mario M. Cuomo Bridge. With its twin cable-stayed design, it brought hope, new technology, and a bit of peace to a region plagued by nightmares. They also had to put up all sorts of preventive safety measures like fences and cameras to keep folks from taking the plunge. The old bridge was closed on October 6, 2017, and demolished in two stages. The eastern span on January 15, 2019, and the western span on May 12, 2019. Good riddance, perhaps. Number 13. Kubaninski Bridge. What more can you expect out of a bridge that's literally called the worst crossing in Russia? This dilapidated bridge is hanging on for dear life over the treacherous Vitim River in Transbaikalia. But by some miracle, it's been standing there for almost 4 decades, defying logic and common sense. Now get this. It was initially built as a temporary structure for the construction of the Baikal-Amur main line. But guess what? No one bothered to give it the love and care it desperately needed, left to rot. The authorities ordered the bridge to be closed in the year 2016, but the resilient folks of Kuanda, who rely on it as their only road connection, continued to defy the odds. They played a dangerous game of bridge roulette until Mother Nature herself decided to intervene. An ice floe came crashing in, destroying part of the bridge and leaving the residents stranded. The drivers themselves took matters into their own hands, patching up the bridge with duct tape and chewing gum. Okay, maybe not literally, but you get the idea. The sad reality is that there's no hope for this nightmare on stilts. Repairing or reconstructing the Kubaninski Bridge? Forget about it. It's beyond salvation, condemned to be a relic of chaos and danger. A new bridge is just a distant dream, like unicorns and honest politicians. Number 12. Linanti River Bridge. Let us set the scene for you. You're standing on this rickety old bridge made of some rusty iron planks that look like they've seen better days, and there are no railings or barriers to keep you from tumbling into the deep, muddy abyss below. It's like a death-defying tightrope act, but with hungry crocodiles lurking in the water. That's Linanti River Bridge in Namibia for you, that stretches over a treacherous river in the heart of the Mamali National Park. Oh, did we mention that this bridge can turn into a real-life slip and slide during the rainy season? Just imagine trying to cross it while it's as slippery as a banana peel. One wrong step, and you'll be taking an unplanned dip in the river with those crocs. This bridge is located in one of the wildest parts of Africa, where lions, leopards, and other predators roam freely. And if that's not bad enough, the bridge can also be blocked by fallen trees or debris, leaving you stranded in the middle of nowhere. This bridge is straight out of Final Destination, with tourists getting stuck, breaking down, and even sliding off the bridge into the water. Who even called it a bridge? Number 11. Chesapeake Bridge. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge is a total showstopper connecting the laid-back eastern shore with the buzzing western shore of Maryland. They even named it after Governor William Preston Lane Jr., who had the brilliant idea of building it way back in the groovy 1940s. The original span, unveiled in the year 1952, was the longest continuous overwater steel structure on the planet, stretching a whopping 4.3 miles. Then, in the year 1973, they thought, hey, let's double the fun, and added another span to handle all that crazy traffic. Now this bridge is like a mixtape of different styles. We're talking cantilever, continuous truss, and suspension bridges all jammed together. It's a true architectural marvel, standing 186 feet above the water with a longest span of 1,000 feet. But here's the thing. It's got a reputation for being one of the scariest bridges in America. The height, the length, the wind, the traffic. It's witnessed some jaw-dropping accidents over the years. We're talking trucks taking a nosedive into the bay like a crazy stunt from a Fast and Furious movie. And in the year 2013, a car got a not-so-gentle push off the bridge by a big old tractor trailer. But hey, don't let the shocks and surprises scare you away. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge also offers mind-blowing views, and it's a thrill you won't forget. Number 10. Ponbon Bridge. Get ready to have your minds blown by the ancient wonder known as the Ponbon Bridge in Rameshwaram, India. This original bridge has been around for ages, connecting Rameshwaram to the mainland like a boss. Back in the day, when the British railways were feeling adventurous, they started constructing this engineering marvel in the year 1885. Fast forward 29 long years, and voila! The Ponbon Bridge was finally born in all its concrete pole glory. Standing tall at a whopping 6,776 feet, it's like the LeBron James of bridges, dunking on the Palk Strait like it's no big deal. There is a bascule section with rolling lift spans that can be raised for passing ships. And if that's not enough, they even built a road bridge next to it because why not? But here's the kicker. This bridge is old, like seriously ancient. It's been holding strong for over a century, facing storms and cyclones like a true warrior. You've got to give props to the German engineer Scherzer, who designed this marvel in the year 1913. If you're up for an exhilarating experience, head over to Rameshwaram and soak in the awe-inspiring beauty of the Ponbon Bridge. Number 9. Husseini Suspension Bridge. Husseini Suspension Bridge in Pakistan is the ultimate daredevil's dream come true. This wooden bridge spans over the Hunza River and is notorious for being one of the most dangerous bridges in the world. They should have named it the Husseini Hanging On for Dear Life Bridge. It stretches an enormous 150 meters with immense 472 wooden planks. But hey, don't get too excited because some of those planks are missing or broken, creating humongous gaps you could lose a small dog through. And guess what? This bridge comes with no fancy rails or safety nets. On top of that, winds whip through the Karakoram Range, causing the bridge to sway like crazy. And let's not forget the slippery slope it becomes when it rains or snows. Despite the obvious risks, thrill seekers from all over the world come to this bridge to test their courage and snap some crazy selfies. But beware, because not everyone who comes back from the bridge lives to tell the tale. You might end up like those tourists who fell into the river. The bridge is also part of a sacred pilgrimage route that leads to the Rakaposhi Mountain. If you wish to tread down this bridge, remember there are no emergency services nearby, so if you get into trouble, you're on your own, kid. Number 8. Immortal Bridges. Now, we are diving into the mysterious world of immortal bridges in China. These stunning structures are like natural arches that have magically appeared in the mountains. Picture huge boulders getting stuck between cliffs, creating bridges that would make Indiana Jones quiver in his boots. First up, we have the Immortal Bridge on Huangshan, also known as the Bridge of Immortals or the Fairyland Bridge. This bridge connects two granite peaks high up in the sky at a staggering altitude of 1,320 meters. It's a United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization World Heritage Site and a magnet for poets and artists who find inspiration in its breathtaking views. But beware, it's as slippery as a banana peel and as unstable as a Jenga tower after a Godzilla attack. You might just meet the Grim Reaper if you're not careful. Now let's travel to Taishan, where the Immortal Bridge there has been chilling since the Stone Age. Legend has it that these massive rocks represent birth, renaissance, and death. It's like a geological tribute to the circle of life. It's part of a sacred pilgrimage route that has been graced by emperors, poets, and even Jedi Knights for over 3,000 years. Yeah, that's right. Yoda himself probably did some soul-searching on that bridge. And let's not forget the 22 temples and 2,000 stone inscriptions. Along these treacherous paths, you'll find wooden planks and spot chain links to provide some emotional support, even if they can't be of their original use. So if you're ready to flirt with danger and embrace the supernatural, China is calling your name. Number 7. Suspension Bridge, Tsingy de Bemaraha. Let us tell you about this wild metal bridge hanging over the Tsingy de Bemaraha Strict Nature Reserve in Madagascar. Picture this, a suspension bridge, about 230 feet long with a wooden floor. But here's the kicker, it's suspended by steel cables and hangs a whopping 330 feet above the ground. But hey, it packs a jaw-dropping beauty of the surrounding landscape. Forests, rivers, canyons, and caves, all at an altitude of about 100 meters. It's like Mother Nature decided to put on her best show just for you. The wind likes to play its little games up there, making things shaky and oh so thrilling. And guess what? No rails or nets to save you if you take a tumble. It's a real test of your bravery. And did we mention the rock formations? They look like massive needles or blades ready to give you a good scare. Yeah, it's dangerous stuff, and sadly, accidents have happened. People have fallen off that bridge, and well, you can imagine the rest. It takes guts, nerves of steel, and maybe a pinch of crazy to conquer this beast. Number 6. Captain William Moore Bridge. Now we have the Captain William Moore Bridge, a real blast from the past connecting Alaska and Yukon that's sure to make your heart skip a beat. It's named after this daring dude called Captain William Moore, who was all about gold and adventure. It's a single pylon, cable-stayed bridge, which means it's got this towering tower holding it up with cables like a superhero cape. This one is a cantilever bridge, which means it's got only one anchor on one end, leaving the other end free as a bird. Can you believe it? It's like a bridge on a tightrope, ready to go for a wild swing. And get this, it's not just any bridge, it's built to take on earthquakes. Yes! When the ground starts shaking, this bridge can move up to a whopping 6 feet without snapping like a twig. The bridge stretches over the Moore Creek Gorge, and let us tell you, it's like Mother Nature's roller coaster. But of course, like every good bridge out there, there's no safety net or railings to keep you from taking an unplanned dive. The gorge below is a terrifying 180 feet deep, with jagged rocks and furious rapids ready to gobble you up. It's windy, it's shaky, and accidents have happened, so you should give it a good thought before going up there. Number 5. Monkey Bridges. Hold on to your bananas because we are about to tell you about the craziest bridges in the world. Monkey Bridges in Vietnam. These handmade bamboo or wooden bridges are suspended up to 10 meters above water and connect small villages to main roads. But here's the catch. They only have one handrail and require you to cross in a stooped, monkey-like posture to avoid falling into the river below. Monkey bridges have been voted as one of the top 10 scariest bridges in the world. They've even inspired a novel by American author Langkawi called Monkey Bridge, which tells the story of a Vietnamese immigrant family during the Vietnam War. And if you're feeling brave, there are competitions where people try to cross them by bicycle or on foot. People in Vietnam use them every day, but for us tourists, it's a whole other story. Some people can cross with heavy loads on their shoulders like it's no big deal, but others end up screaming and crying for help as they inch their way across. So the next time you're in Vietnam and you see a monkey bridge, just remember, it's not just a bridge, it's an adventure. Number 4. Confederation Bridge. Now, we are about to absolutely amaze you with the jaw-dropping Confederation Bridge. This bridge is a world engineering masterpiece, connecting Prince Edward Island to the mainland over the Northumberland Strait. And get this, it's a mind-boggling 12.9 kilometers or 8 miles long. We're talking about the longest bridge in the entire world over icy waters. Now, here's the best part. It only takes around 10 minutes to cross this architectural wonder. Blink, and you'll miss it. And hey, did we mention that this bridge soars a whopping 60 meters above sea level? That means giant cruise ships and other massive vessels can glide right under it. Let's dive into the history and design, shall we? Construction on this bad boy started back in the year 1993, and it finally opened its magnificent gates on May 31st, 1997. It took 4 years to build this masterpiece, costing a staggering $1 billion, but it was worth every single penny. Now, the bridge itself is a multi-span concrete box girder structure. On top of that, the engineers behind this marvel got super creative and gave it a curvy design to reinforce its strength and keep drivers on their toes. Trust us, this bridge will leave you wide-eyed, jaw-dropped, and itching to share your mind-bending experience with everyone you meet. It's the stuff of legends. Number 3. Capilano Suspension Bridge. Capilano Suspension Bridge will make your heart race as you grab hold of its thick steel cables and wobble your way across. It stretches a mind-boggling 137 meters, taking you from a picturesque garden filled with totem poles to the serene beauty of the rainforest. But here's the shocker. This bridge hangs a whopping 230 feet above the roaring Capilano River. If you could magically plunk the Statue of Liberty down in that canyon, the bridge would reach up to her shoulder. Now, don't let its wobbly nature fool you. This bridge might sway, but it's as sturdy as can be. In fact, it can hold the weight of a fully loaded 747 airliner. Yep, it's so strong that you could park a jumbo jet on it and it wouldn't even flinch. It was originally built back in the year 1889 with hemp rope and cedar planks, but over the years it's been upgraded to be even more formidable. Now, steel cables give it the strength to hold the weight of a whopping 75 full-grown elephants. And let's not forget the star-studded guest list. This bridge has seen it all. From local BC residents to rock stars, movie stars, and even royalty, people from every corner of the globe have come to experience its thrilling sway. Number 2. Aijia Bridge. Looking for a thrill of a lifetime? Head to China's Hunan province and visit the Aijia Bridge, the highest tunnel-to-tunnel bridge in the world. Spanning over a deep canyon with a height of 355 meters, this bridge is not for the faint-hearted. But why visit the Aijia Bridge? For starters, it offers an incredible view of the Taehyung Canyon and the Aijia Winding Road, a serpentine road that twists and turns along the mountain slopes. Plus, the construction of this bridge was a remarkable feat of engineering. The architects and engineers had to overcome difficult challenges, including complex terrain, geological conditions, weather, and transportation. They made bold innovations, such as completely detaching the towers and beams, using a single-plane cable system, and adopting a self-anchored system. The Aijia Bridge is also an important project for the development of Hunan Province and China. It connects two previously isolated mountainous regions and improves traffic and transport between Hunan and Chongqing. Plus, it boosts the local tourism industry by attracting visitors from around the world who want to experience its beauty and excitement. But if you're worried about safety, don't be. The Aijia Bridge was designed and built with high standards and quality just to serve you the right amount of adrenaline. Number 1. Ashima Ohashi Bridge. If you're up for a heart-pounding adventure on the road, you absolutely cannot miss the Ashima Ohashi Bridge in Japan. We are talking about a road that looks like a vertical ramp ready to catapult cars into the heavens. Built between the years 1997 and 2004, this colossal bridge stretches over Lake Nakaume, connecting the cities of Matsue and Sakai Minato. And it's no ordinary bridge. The Ashima Ohashi Bridge is Japan's largest rigid-frame bridge and the third largest in the whole wide world. But wait, there's more. The construction of this engineering marvel wasn't just a walk in the park. No, sir. The brilliant minds behind it had to conquer a myriad of challenges like crazy terrain, unpredictable weather, and even earthquakes and typhoons. They had to design a bridge that could span over 1.5 kilometers without any supporting pillars in the water. This mind-blowing feat allows ships to pass underneath. With a steep gradient of over 6% on one side and over 5% on the other, this bridge is steeper than most bridges out there. But hey, it's all about stability and strength, right? The Ashima Ohashi Bridge stands tall, towering at a height of 45 meters, and is equipped with dazzling 432 lights to illuminate your thrilling nighttime drive. So, if you're up for an adrenaline-fueled escapade, make sure to add the Ashima Ohashi Bridge to your bucket list. Have you found the thrill of your dreams? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.